Okay, this week, someone poops on themselves, stolen dance moves, De La Hoya's back, baby Greg, and so much more. You're watching Fantasy Wrap Up. Yeah, you guys like that, huh? The little sandwich wrap? Get it? Sports wrap. Okay, anyways, welcome to week 1 of Fantasy Sports Wrap with your host, Cesar Romero. Each week you can expect fantasy updates, interviews, anything that's needed to cover up for this past week. Alright, so week 1. It was a pretty good week 1. I mean, everyone's teams fought against each other and pretty much either won or lost within 20 points. I mean, we had Miles Ahead fighting Illinois within 20 points. Semi-Pro, El Rey Football, 20 points. You get it, within 20 points. With the exception of one team. We have Golden Boy. Not that Golden Boy. Golden Boy put the smackdown on Grant. Pretty much with just Ray Rice and 49ers defense alone. So, yeah, Grant not looking too much like a king there, huh? Alright, next up we have what I consider the best part of this whole week was the Monday matchups. And that was Lion Mode Straight Beastin' against Los Hulkamaniacs. Pretty much on Sunday, starting off right from the beginning, Lito has Kansas City Chiefs defense, and it wasn't looking too good for him. I mean, we had a touchdown, followed by another touchdown, followed by another touchdown, and another touchdown, followed by another touchdown. Wait a minute. Is that the half chicken, half groove? Man, I gotta start patenting this stuff. On top of that, Greg, Drew Brees' player, just kind of went off and started to look like Greg was gonna dominate. Except for one thing. Lito had up his sleeve was Monday when all of a sudden Tom Brady just blew up. Touchdowns, 500 plus yards passing.
For Tom Brady, 517 yards, 4 touchdowns in the game.
Another interesting thing to watch out for on this past Monday was when Anthony, who had already beaten Grant, was basically battling me, who I had already beaten Edwin. We were battling each other to see who's going to be owner of the week. And you want to know who the owner of the week was? You're looking right at him. Alright, well, here are the standings. And so this Sunday marks week 2. But before I end everything off, each week I'm going to have interviews with celebrities or superstar athletes or maybe even people from the league. So check this out. I went and interviewed Adrian Peterson live via satellite. So check it out.
Right, those are the kind of plays that can ignite a team. It gets the...
Alright guys, welcome to the first week of Inside Talk, where you're going to get the latest and greatest inside interviews with the celebrities and superstar athletes. This week is Adrian Peterson. Alright AP, got a few questions for you. Let's just start. Were you surprised that you were not the #1 overall pick in our league?
That's a pretty good question.
Well, does it upset you? I'm going to take that as a yes. But I mean, hey, at least Team Semi-Pro picked you #2 overall, right?
They did a good job.
But I mean, in all fairness to Greg, I mean, you did only put up 9 points. I mean, you didn't get into the touchdown zone. So what's up with that, man?
I felt like running into a wall, like a brick wall. So, yeah, that's the one I would definitely remember.
All right, well, don't hit into a brick wall next week. I got you in another league. All right, next question. So if we had defensive players in our league, and you were in our league, who would you pick?
Definitely probably say Patrick Willis. Play the game. just my opinion, I think he's going to be one of the best to play the game. It's his size, strength, and speed, his combination, and how he play the game.
Hey, you can't go wrong with Patrick Willis. All right, but I got a real good question here. Would you think Roy Jones would make a good wide receiver?
That's a pretty good question.
I mean, he's already a proven basketball star. He's got titles in the middleweight division, super middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight division. He went back down to get the light heavyweight. It's not that he didn't fight anybody. He just made them look like nobody. He's declined now, but he's gonna always be a forever all-time great fighter. All right, well, we're almost out of time here. So, AP, a lot of people, questioned me. They doubted that I would ever win any games because, I missed the first half of the draft. I picked up Tim Tebow. But look, now I'm the owner of the week. Did you think I'd do well?
Oh, I knew.
Do you have any advice for the losers?
You gotta hop up and do whatever you gotta do to try to play it off if it hurt it, and get back to the next play.
And how do you think the losers feel?
I'm sure it sucks. I'm sure it does.
Okay. Last question. Do you think the Fighting Illini has any shot at beating Team Robustly Offending Men, Even Retarded Ones, next week?
I don't think so.
All right, thanks, AP. That's it. That's it for the interview. All right, take care, and I'll see you next week. Okay, and that's it for this week. We're about as done as the Tim Tebow era. All right, check us out next week when I interview the winner of Floyd Mayweather Jr., Victor Ortiz, to see their thoughts on the fight and the previous week's fantasy matchups. That reminds me, everybody in the league is more than welcome to come and visit my place to watch the Floyd Mayweather fight. If anyone wants to be, a future interviewee, just hit me up, bottom of your screen, C_Romero22 at yahoo.com. All right, check you out later. See you next week.